What's up, YouTube? You guys ready for a major update for this thing? It's been a while. Twiggy built back at it again, and we got some crazy crap that happened this week. So we're gonna jump back in to what's been going on with the Silverado. I'm gonna show you some old update footage and then some stuff from today, and show you everything that's been going on. But all right, you guys ready for this? Today's the 18th. Yesterday was the 17th. If you're into drag and drive, you know what happened yesterday, especially if you're into Rocky Mountain Race Week. So we, fellas, ladies, got in. We are 100% on board for Race Week 1.0. We're doing it with my best buddy, Chris to Race. I'm linking his YouTube channel. Go check him out. He is going to co-drive this sucker with me, which means we have, as of today, a few minutes ago when I checked, 125 days, 19 hours, and 33 minutes to get this thing wired, tuned, all the parts installed, tested, and running down the road because we are in the 12.0 index. I would love to run faster. I know the truck can go faster, but unfortunately, we are limited by time because of the cage. So I don't have enough cage, or I don't have any cage for that matter, to run faster than an 1149, so it doesn't make sense to enter in the 11.0 index or any faster because I'll lose those indexes just because I can't go faster than the 1149. So we can run full tilt on a 12.0, which this thing should be able to do very easily, hopefully. That's the plan. So I'm gonna roll some of that older footage showing some of the stuff that is on the truck, but this is it, countdown to race week. I'm going to try and do a video every week, at least going over what I've done. Obviously, with how constrained the time is, doing videos and like showing things step by step like how I used to is just not going to work. So we're switching to a different format. I'm just going to do it and then show you afterwards. So we'll kind of jump into it a little bit. Things left to do. I've got to get a battery and run my power and ground to the fuse box, power to the alternator, and power to the starter. That'll take care of everything to the point where I should be able to turn the key and see everything light up and make sure I wired everything correctly. I've got a handful of wires inside the cab that I need to connect, so things like AC works, it turns on the fuel pumps. I have to wire the fans in. The fans are not done yet. And I need to wire the fuel pumps. And I think that's the majority of it. We're getting very, very close to at least hearing this thing idle. I still have a lot of, I need to pull the rear end still and build that. I have most of the stuff for it now, and a buddy of mine is going to help me. Actually, YouTube channel plug, JSR. I'll put his link down. I don't remember the exact verbiage. I think it's JSR, JSR Productions. JSR Productions. I'll put his link. Check it out. He does a lot of cool stuff. Him and my other buddy are filming some hilarious crap, so maybe this will get him to make some videos too, because he hasn't posted in a while either. So check him out. Let's see, what else? My other buddy, Chris to Race, I'll put his link in there too. He is posting, again, pretty regularly. We all kind of fell off for a little bit, but we're getting back to it. He has some really, really cool stuff, especially if you're into imports. You'll have to go check out his channel. I don't know if he's posted about his new project yet, but you'll see it on there eventually. It's pretty sweet. So, what else? Okay, biggest change. I'm really excited about this because it turned out super good. So, we ditched the crappy, torn up, stinky factory bench seats for some Sparco racing buckets, or reclinables, I should say. They're not buckets. Super nice seat. I found them on Marketplace for basically nothing. The guy was selling them out of his RX-8 and decided that he wasn't going to use them anymore. So I scooped them up. They have zero wear on them. They're brand new. So that required some additional parts to make those work. So we've got Atomic Fab seat brackets, And these are on a slider, so they are still a little, they have some adjustment to them. Not a whole lot, because single cab, there's not hardly anything back there. But as you remember, probably, is the factory seats have the seatbelt integrated into the seat. So when you swap out seats, you no longer have seat belts. So to fix that and correctly mount everything, we have the Atomic Fab harness bar. So this is a totally bolt-in solution that allows you to correctly run your harness from the back of your seat, because it's supposed to be close to level to where the holes are in the back of the seat. You run your harness over that bar, and then they connect back to the seat bracket, which this is steel and it mounts to the floor, so it's a good way to mount your harness. So we'll have to get some harnesses to put in. You can see my stuff's still loose. I got to tighten it, final tighten it. And we had to cut some holes. That looks a little sloppy, but I don't really care that much. They mount to the door striker. That's the first part, and then these down bars mount to the seat bracket themselves. So pretty solid setup. It feels extremely rigid. I'm really happy with it. They come raw, so I had to get them powder coated. Just did like a flat or satin black, I guess you could call it. It's kind of glossy, but not really. Toss the wheel in there just for seat fitment, because these have some adjustment of where you can mount the seat. Got the Holley Dominator mounted, fully mounted finally, on that little sheet of carbon that, like I had wanted to. Just bent up some brackets by hand and mounted them to the factory airbag spot. So that's been helping with routing stuff. There's my power harness that I made the other night. All the extra wires I still need to connect. This is the integration side of the harness. So yeah, it's coming right along. Let's see what else. Yeah, this turned out nice. It'll be nice and stealth with the cover over it. You'll never know it's there. I still have to get a shifter, and then I also bought my transmission harness, which plugs into there on the Dominator, and an additional input-output harness, because there's some additional inputs that we'll have to run for fuel pump number 2, fans, etc. So it's coming along. It's we're getting very, very close. So I guess today we're gonna try and figure out, don't mind that, everything's loose right now until I know exactly where it's gonna go, and then it'll be coiled up and zip tied nicely so it's not a big spaghetti mess down there. I need to figure out how I'm gonna route my transmission control harness, because I think the plan is gonna be, we're probably gonna punch another 3-inch hole somewhere back here, and that's gonna be the pass through for the shifter cable for my shifter, as well as the transmission harness. So I definitely want to run it under the carpet or down a door sill or something like that, so that way it's not in the way and no one's stepping on it or anything like that. I would like to just blow through right here, up here where you couldn't see it, but the problem is the transmission's already mounted, and I don't feel like pulling the transmission just to run one harness. So I don't think we're going to do that. Maybe we will. I'll look and see how much room we have. But anyways, let me show you what I need to do on the transmission cooler lines. Okay, we're back under the truck. It's a little tight right now because I have it sitting on the ground, but as you can see, we ran some new lines. They go all the way back through there and hook up to the side of the transmission cooler. There's the E-fans and the plugs I still need to wire up to. I got to get the pigtails for those specific. I thought about cutting them off, putting a DTM connector on it, but I don't have the right gauge DTM connector to do those, so I'm going to wait on that. But anyways, I'll show you when I got the line separator on, and it should clean up those lines quite a bit. So, be back in a second. Alright, so as you can see, got our line separators on there now. Right over here. Looks nice, keeps everything, there's nothing sharp that's rubbing on them. I'm going to get a P-clamp. I don't have one that's the right size for the bolt that goes through this hole. So for now, we're temporarily zip tied to it just to keep things from like rattling around like crazy. But looks good. We got pretty good
couple inches clearance between the crossover and here, so I think that'll be okay. I'm not sure if this needs to be heat sleeved or not. Probably not. I think it'll be alright. And then, let's see here. So, you can't really see it, it's too dark, but there's one line and then there's the other. I do have to pull the trans pan back off. I know I did a video a while back of installing this dipstick. I actually did not know this. I learned something the other day from someone else. How I marked that, it kind of sucked. You couldn't really tell where. I used a paint pen, but I think that's going to wear off eventually. That dipstick, I'll show you, is actually adjustable, so you don't have to do that. You can adjust it so that the hash marks on it work correctly. So if we come over here, reach back, there, pull this Johnny out. So see, I marked where the fluid level needs to actually be, is that yellow mark. I put a little notch in it too with the grinder. You can use this, you can set it up to where you can actually use the stick portion correctly by taking that set screw out, and then this whole thing adjusts up and down in the handle, which will set the length correct. So we're going to do that so that way it fills correctly and we don't burn up our new transmission. So little things I didn't know. Same, I have their locking, these are low carb products. I have their locking dipstick also. I need to do it with the oil, but I'm not going to take the oil pan off. I'm going to fill it with the correct amount because I know that it's empty right now. And then set it and check it basically. So, and as you can see, we're working on the AC also. I have an AC kit coming for this thing with the correct lines. These are the old lines, they're getting replaced. They're going to be all custom because that compressor uses a different fitting than the factory one. So that'll be another project for another day, but you can see the integration harness hooking up there to it. Anyways, that's the big update on this thing. Not a whole lot to show for it. I have some old footage that I might toss in this video at the end of this. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe for more, and I'll try and post some more. See ya.